Tahini brownies are a twist on the classic chocolate treat I love. Instead of butter or oil, these brownies use tahini, a creamy paste made from ground sesame seeds. This gives them a unique, slightly nutty flavor that complements the rich chocolate perfectly. I find that they have a denser texture than traditional brownies, but they stay moist and fudgy inside. The tahini adds a subtle earthiness that makes each bite interesting without overpowering the chocolate. I like thinking of these brownies as a simple way to add depth to a familiar dessert while keeping it rich and satisfying. If you haven't tried them yet, they offer a pleasant surprise and a nice alternative to regular brownies. The ingredients contain tahini, brown sugar, maple syrup, vanilla extract, 2 eggs, cacao powder, almond flour, baking soda, salt, and chocolate chips. For the chocolate drizzle, use chocolate chips and coconut oil. Now let's toss in a handful of chocolate chips, about 1/3 cup, right into the batter. This will add those delightful little bursts of chocolate inside. To make the chocolate drizzle, melt some chocolate chips and coconut oil on low heat in a small pan. Stir often until it's smooth, then pour it over the warm brownies. This step will make 16 tasty brownies ready to enjoy. For plating, I often like to arrange the brownies in a grid or slightly overlap them on a rectangular platter. Adding a light dusting of powdered sugar or crushed pistachios on top adds a nice visual and textural contrast. Using white or neutral-colored plates helps their rich color stand out beautifully. I like to store them in an airtight container to keep them fresh. At room temperature, they usually last about 3 to 4 days without drying out. For even longer storage, I freeze the brownies. I wrap each piece tightly in plastic wrap and place it in a freezer bag. They can stay good for up to 3 months this way. Avoid leaving brownies uncovered as they dry out quickly. Moisture retention is key to keeping them tasty. To conclude, I love how tahini adds a subtle nuttiness and moist texture to brownies. It's a simple swap that makes a classic dessert feel unique and a little more special. Next time you want a treat that's familiar but different, give tahini brownies a shot. They won't disappoint if you like exploring flavors that surprise you.